A beautiful new journal deserves beautiful things to go inside it, and I've been sent these tapes from the Washi Tape Shop, so I'm really excited to see which ones I'll pick to use to create my very first decorative pages. Hello, I'm Julie. I'm a planner and creative journaler, and this is my first time ever using products from the Washi Tape Shop. So I'm really curious to see what they're like and how I'm going to end up using them in my journal today. I'm going to take out all the tapes and show them to you. I believe some of them are part of the new release that has just come out. I'll put all the information in my description. And if you see anything you like in this video, you can use my code PLANSINTHEMAKING10 to save on your order. So I'm going to unwrap these now and show you what I've got. Just in case you're new to the Washi Tape Shop, I want to open at least one in front of you. I don't know if there is a good technique. They are wrapped in paper, and you can see you get quite a lot on the roll, and it's quite easy to take the wrapper off. The first thing I've realised is that when you are unwrapping the rolls, particularly if they are pre-cut rolls, you need to be extremely careful because this sticky part can stick to the individual stickers and pull them up. Unfortunately, I've already lost one, but I'll know better for the next one that I unwrap. This one is called Winter Frosted Letters, wide washi, and it's got some beautiful florals and some quotes. Winter tide moments, hello winter, hibernation, snowdrift. These are a very, very thin, delicate washi material, and I believe they probably sent me these because I told them that one of the things I like to do is use alphabet stickers to spell out words on my spreads, and I really see myself using these in a lot of my pages, even though this is winter themed. So you get all of those right up to the letters and some numbers too. Absolutely gorgeous. This one I managed to open successfully without pulling off any of the pre-cut stickers. It goes with the other one. It's the pre-cut Frosted Meadow wide washi. So you can see some of the same florals and a few different quotes. Hibernate in softness. Winter blooms defy the frost with silent grace. And I'm not sure how far it goes before it starts repeating. I think we're back to the beginning. Those were very muted tones, but here we have pre-cut sunflower and navy, which are much brighter and bolder. Some gorgeous, gorgeous florals. These are going to work really well in your spring and summer spreads. And they've got little feathers added in with the flowers as well for something a little bit different. I'd like to see how easy it is to get the pre-cut stickers off, because I'm not the best at getting stickers off, but this one did come up quite easily with my tweezers. But you do have to be very careful, it's so thin. Generally you get a choice on the Washi Tape Shop of PET material or washi. I chose washi because I like the way it really blends into the page of the journal. I don't think we have a contender yet for my spread, although the colour of that last one matched really well with my journal. But this one, which is called the Pre-Cut Garden Sprout, I've recently seen Nellie Be Planner Happy use in some absolutely gorgeous window pages. and it's very delicate, lovely pastel colours and perfect for spring. So I think this one could be a contender. You get so much before things start to repeat. Another thing I like to use in my creative journal and planner spreads are people and characters. This one is called Silent Silhouette Pre-Cut Tape. It's got lots of quotes: happy mind, happy life, be the reason someone smiles today. And then we've got all these girls dressed in a variety of styles, from old-fashioned to more modern. See when we get to the girl with the umbrella. So you get all of these. Do what you love, bloom where you are planted. And we're still going, I think. Enjoy the little things. Make it happen, never give up. And there's the girl with the umbrella. So many stickers. I really like these funky flowers here in the more whimsical design. It's very doodly and I really like that doodly style. If anyone has any tips for me as to how to unwrap these tapes without pulling off some of the little designs, then I'd really appreciate it, because I am finding unwrapping these tapes quite an experience. This Nostalgic Moments pre-cut wide washi tape is another one that's got characters on it, some of them really large, so I like that. Again, these are giving me spring vibes. We've got books and plants and girls in all sorts of cozy settings. Oh, I love that one. She's holding the cat. I've got a girl curled up there with a blanket. These are really, really pretty. Love that one of the girl reading in her pajamas, it looks like. You could use some of these in a reading journal, which I've just been decorating. Quite a lot of them are book themed, and we're back to the beginning. Really fun designs on that one. Now here we have some little houses, and I think these would be perfect for horizontal Dutch doors. This is the Summer Cafe wide pre-cut tape. We've got this cat and another cat and another cat, lots of cats that are really cute. Pile of books, flowers. The designs are really clear, very pretty. Cup of tea there, perfect for me. Summer. And there's another cat, so for all you cat lovers, we've got plenty of cats. And then we're back at the start. So not just horizontal Dutch doors, I think you could use these for lots and lots of pretty spreads. Zephyr Bloom is the name of this one, and it's absolutely stunning. We've got dragonflies and butterflies, as well as these gorgeous florals. Florals are always useful for putting around the edges of the page to make a border. It's amazing how many different images you get on the roll before it starts to repeat. And these are really perfect for those spring and summer spreads. And we're back to the beginning. Really gorgeous. I've decided to do a spring themed spread. This is the Archer and Olive Moonlit Meadow journal from last year. I believe it was released in May. And it's going to be my journal for 2027. But I'm trying to set up the pages ahead of time, like I tried to do with my journal last year. I'm going to do something that I've done in a spread before when I was showing how you could make a Dutch door spread using a happy planner, and I spelt out the word autumn down the side of the page. This time I'm going to spell out the word spring. I'm going to try and bring in several of the washi tapes that I've been given, but as I love alphabets so much, I really wanted to use that one. This is going to be a combination of a Dutch door page and a window page. It took me a very long time to work out the spacing for these boxes to make sure that I could actually fit the letters in because they're very large. Now the moment of truth, where I hope all the letters are going to fit. I haven't thought much past this page. Other than I'm thinking of doing a window page as well. With Dutch door pages, the idea is to put the same stickers on the front and the back, but I often don't like doing that. And there are supposed to be no rules in this creative hobby. This one could be a little bit tricky because although the letter fits over the gap, the flowers are a little bit close. I think we've got away with that. The good thing about having boxes on the edge is that you can put anything on the other side, more or less. So there we have our spring. I am going to take my Muji so that I can do a thin inner line. It won't be perfect because I'm not using a ruler, which I may regret. But I prefer the way that letter looks. Because some of the letters are very close to the edge, I think I will have to only go round part of the way, but I don't think that will spoil the look. So I'll be back when I've drawn all the letters. Now I'm going to cut the Dutch door edge. I'm using my X-Acto knife. Now I always like to try different things, so I want to do something I've not done before, which is cut a small window. Originally I was going to do a large window, and then I realised that I wouldn't have much room for journaling if I did that. So we are going to go with a small, or should I say narrow window. Probably shouldn't have gone quite as high as I did. How has that worked? Sometimes you need to go back in and make sure you've cut properly. I can honestly say I've never done anything quite like this before, but at least I've left room to journal here, and when I turn the page there will be room for journaling here and on part of this page, because obviously I've got to have something through this window here. What I think I will do is mark on this side where the window is, so that I have some idea of what can be seen. I really want to bring in this Zephyr Bloom washi. I think it's perfect for your spring spreads. And I wondered about bringing in this girl. She looks very springy with all the flowers that she's holding. So I'll add her there. Let's put this down. And we might as well finish framing the frame or the window. The good thing about this washi is there are lots of pieces of different sizes, so if you've got like a little gap, you can find something to fill it up with. I want to add a butterfly. And then leave the rest of that space for journaling. Now the easiest thing to do when you have some paper showing underneath is to use some washi, but because this is quite a wide area, the other thing that's really good is some scrapbook paper. I have a huge scrapbooking stash. This is a New Leaf first edition paper pad, and the colours in it are very similar to the greens that I'm seeing here. You want something colourful underneath the black, but nothing too patterned. So I'm going to use this side, which looks a little bit textured. It's an 8x8 pad, so should fit the height perfectly. And I've cut it wider than I know I'll need, because then I can always trim it off. So I'll put a little mark where I need to cut. I've used a glue stick to make sure that that piece is in the right place. The good thing about using a glue stick is you do get a little bit of movement with it if you need to move it. So now that page looks fine. So now I'm going to work on this page. I know it doesn't show on the other side, but I'm wondering about bringing in some leaves going up this edge. So I've had to admit defeat to working with the washi on the roll, because I just found it too fiddly, going backwards and forwards, looking at the images. So I took out one of my sticker books that I've got from Amazon, these sticker storage books, and I've put the images from that Zephyr Bloom roll together so that I can actually see what I'm working with, and I think that's going to help. So I'll rub these lines out, but only yet to the edge, and see how I feel about putting some of these leaves up this edge here. It's easier when they're in the book because you can see which ones have got a shape that you might want. It is my first time working with washi tape products, so I expect it takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm not loving it, but if I add a few leaves here and there, it might help. Now that's okay that those are showing. And we'll add another butterfly here. If there are any parts that haven't got anything showing, then that's when I would add one of these very small stickers, something like that. So that edge is fine, but I need something maybe around here. I think that looks fine, so I'm happy with what you can see through the gap, and I'm happy with that little area being framed. Now I need to decide where I'm going to put the quote. I think if I put it here, no, you can still see it there. Oh, and you have to be so careful with these washi tapes. About here. I think that just about covers that up. So now I'm going to do the boxes on this side, and a tip is to put something underneath to lean on, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to draw properly. The idea I've had for here, rather than use letters again, is to make little stamps. I've got a craft knife that has a stamped edge, and then I could either put the butterflies or some other stickers inside and have a little stamp design at the edge. I'm not sure how it will work, but I'm going to make the stamps and try them out, and we'll see. So I've taken the scrapbook paper that I used on the border and cut it into a rectangle that's larger than the one on the page. This is my punch that has the stamp design, and this needs to be larger because obviously I'm going to be cutting some of it away. I'm going to turn that punch over so I can see what I'm doing. I'll just show you how I make one of the stamps, and then I punch out the side and turn it round and repeat that 4 times. It gets a little bit fiddly now it's small. And now you can see I've got a little postage stamp. Here are the 6 postage stamps. I don't know how well you can see them, but I'm going to see if I can find some little stickers to turn them into stamps using this washi tape. We have a sun, which is nice for a spring spread. This little plant, although I will need to chop a little bit of it off. I'm not sure how well it's going to actually show. I think it'll be okay. A little rainbow. I do have this bird. I'm not sure how well that's going to fit or show. Took me a moment to work out that that was actually a bird. And maybe for the others I will use the butterflies from the other washi tape. And now we have 6 little stamps. And they wouldn't be a stamp without a number, so I've got the Happy Planner Essential Dates and Numbers sticker book, and I will grab some random numbers that I have left over. Don't know whether to put some of the numbers down the bottom. I don't think it matters what the number is. It's just the idea of some sort of price for the stamp. There we go. So now let's add them to the page. I've drawn the frames and I will have to actually cut the corner of this one. In fact, all of them. So I'm going to make sure that I choose ones that I won't be cutting any of the design off. So I need to just chop that corner there. Although I've realised technically I shouldn't have cut it because that would still be showing right up until the edge, but I've done it now, so I'll probably do it with all of them. I think this one might go in there without me having to cut anything off the design. I think this gives really nice balance to the green on the other side. The plant can go there. Can't use that one, I don't think. That would be better there. So how about the butterfly? I think that will be fine. I've made a complete hash of that one, so I probably should have used one of the other pictures, but what I'll do is make myself another stamp. I managed to save the sticker and move them onto the new stamp, so I think I need to actually draw where I need to cut to get it more accurate. This is what I love about creating, is you get to figure things out all the time when you encounter a problem. So the last one should be easy, just need to trim off that bottom corner. Now we've got some colour on this side of the page. I'll get my bone folder and just make sure I've stuck those down. I used regular Pritt stick, glue stick, which should hold them. I've got this green washi from Planning Things. I'm wondering about adding that either down here, because I feel like I need something to strengthen the page, or along the bottom maybe. Let's do it and see. Don't know whether I want it on both pages. Probably. Now, it is quite a dark green, so I don't know whether it's a bit overpowering. I'll give it a go, and I can take it off if I don't like it. It's got light green in it that sort of goes with this light green. I wish I could hear what you think. I feel like if I add it at the top as well, which would make sense. Is it a little bit too heavy for the page? I think it's going to come off, and maybe I'll add it down here, or find a lighter washi perhaps. Sorry if you liked that. When I'm editing my video, I'll probably be saying, Julie, why did you take that off? I really like how it looks. Let's try this instead. So let me know in the comments which you preferred, vertically or horizontally. Now, does that mean I need to bring this washi in on this side for balance? It's taking up more of the writing room. I'll put it down because I can never tell until I actually have it down. It does bug me a little bit about this washi that these diamonds are very irregularly spaced, so I can't really get the two to match. But I have to let those sorts of things go. No, I like that. I'm happy that I put it going down vertically. So this page is nearly done. Wondering about adding something here because it looks a little bit plain. Maybe some of the butterflies. How about this one? Not really sure about the angle that it should be. A bit like it's sitting on something. I can't have it going over the quote though, so maybe here. And then I've got quite a big space here. Could have this one. And I'm not sure about bringing orange in because we haven't got any orange elsewhere, although we've got some colour in the flowers, but it's going to be on this paper, so it's going to look quite muted. I don't want it that way because that one's that way, so let's have it going like that. Won't see all of it, but enough of it there. That's really, really pretty. Very happy with that. And the only thing that's bothering me now about this page is the gap here. So I don't know if I want to have, I don't think, because I think that's too much. Whether I could have some flowers. I would say, unlike regular stickers, if you cut little pieces off, you can usually keep them, but with these, I think you end up ripping them and have to bin them. But there are plenty on the roll, so shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I forgot that little bit here. And other pieces inside as well. And I've got so many little pieces stuck to my scissors. And also, I find that these little bits of washi stick to your clothes as well. So you look down and suddenly you've got little pieces of washi stuck to you. I've only just given my scissors a good clean. But at least this page, I think, is more or less done. I'm going to take one last look. I feel like I've been doing this for several hours, which I think I have, and we've still got a lot more to go. I'm wondering if I could use these two butterflies here in these gaps, and whether that would look okay. Does mean I have to go searching on the roll again. Let's see if I can, oh, there's that one. So we need to use my tweezers. Put the yellow one here. And then I need the green one. Where is it? There it is. Ah, I think I like that. Let's just check. Yeah, it's okay. That one shows slightly, but I think that's fine. So finally, apart from the lines or boxes or whatever I want to add, this page is done. I haven't thought at all about what's going to go through this side. Don't know if I've got another girl. There's this one who matches the colours, so I'll go with her. I don't know whether I do exactly the same thing, give her a frame or something different. I'm not sure I want to do the frame thing again. I was thinking of using this piece that I've got left, so that I've got a border here to match the border here. I don't know that I need to do the frame thing again. I've got a thing about not doing the same on 2 pages, so maybe just her and a quote. Although that does leave this plain. So maybe the quote could go up here perhaps. Let's stick this on. And I'll see if I can find another quote. I did get a little bit of pen on the page there when I was drawing around the boxes, so I do want to find something to distract from that. I found this Bloom Where You Are Planted, which goes, and I think it fits perfectly in the gap here. I also found this Worry Less, which is a good reminder for me because I am a bit of a worrier. So I'm going to add that to the top of this page. And there's this Plant Seeds of Kindness that I think goes really nicely with the girl. So I'll put that at the bottom. So really it's just this middle part. I haven't used this butterfly, I don't think. So perhaps I could put that, I think I might white out that black mark anyway. And then just have that. I haven't got any Uniball Signo at the moment, so it's hard to white out very small marks without it. But yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think I need any more, and I didn't really want to put the frame around her. But maybe something like some washi somewhere to break this up, even though I'm going to have the coloured lines. I think maybe I'll go with my go-to, which is to add some scallop washi, just to bring some colour to the page. Although I've got this colour, would that be better? Or I could use both colours, like that. This colour doesn't seem to match as well. And of course I've pressed it down, haven't I? Oh, and I've torn my page, disaster. Let's get this washi down instead. And do I want to have two stripes? I'm not sure. I wish I had a colour that matched a little bit better, but this does match with the butterfly, I suppose. So I could do a double, like that. Honestly, it takes so long over these decisions, you have no idea. I think we go with it, although it's quite tricky because it's right on the page drawing. But we've done it now. I'm not sure whether I like the green better or the yellow, but it's done. So I'll be back when I've done the lines to show you the final spread, and if I've made any changes, I'll let you know. I've added the mild liner lines. I used zebra mild liners for this one. And recently I've started alternating the colours I use because I like the way that looks. On the other page, I decided rather than use all highlighters, I would add a couple of larger boxes using some boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, just for a bit of variety. So we're more or less done now, but I am thinking about adding a few more butterflies over on this side to match and stop that being so plain. I have a couple that I haven't used at all, like this one, put up here. And I have this one. And maybe this one. And I might have to reuse some of the ones that I've used before. Maybe I could bring this yellow one in on this page. Down here. And the green one. And we've got this little one here. I do have this blue one, but I feel like the only blue on the page is the girl's outfit, so I'm not sure about bringing that one in. How about this one? I do feel like I should add something to the boxes. I probably will add lines to write on because I don't like writing in plain boxes. I found these tiny flowers on the Summer Cafe washi, so I could add in the corner, or maybe something for that corner, and we'll be done. I think I've actually used about 3 or 4 of the washies in this spread. See if I can find anything. I don't really want pink, and some of these things are a bit big. Or maybe on this one. Those little leafy things. I could do the little plant pot. So that's like the one on the stamp, but that's a different one. I think that one's different. Yes. So how about that? Perfect. Finally, we are finished. Really, really love this. But I think this is probably the longest I've ever spent on a spread, although it is a 2-week spread, so that's something. I'm never quite sure how things are going to turn out when I start, so I'm glad it all came good. Thank you so much to the Washi Tape Shop for sending me all these tapes to try out. I will say it's been a learning curve for me working with tapes, and particularly tapes that are that really thin washi material. So a warning, if you haven't bought these sorts of tapes before, it's a very different experience from using stickers in a sticker book. However, all the designs are lovely. What I really like is how they blend into the page. You can't see the edge or the join at all. And if you want to add them onto scrapbook paper like I've done here, they just look as though they are part of the paper. Same with the quotes. But if you prefer the pet tape material, I believe that they have that option for a lot of their tapes as well. So I think for my next spread using this washi, I should either use this one with the large girls, or this Summer Cafe washi. So let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see me use next. Thank you for joining me for this plan with me. Remember, if you want to shop the Washi Tape Shop, you can get 10% off with my code PLANSINTHEMAKING10. If you're interested to see how you can make this sort of page in a happy planner with a cut edge, then check out the video on screen where I made some pretty Dutch door pages. Really appreciate it if you like, comment or subscribe to my channel, and hope you'll join me again for another video really soon.